We can't say the future without AI. I mean, there's no way around it. 50% of workers now believe AI is going to improve their experience. When I come into the meeting room, I need a way to incorporate my AI with what's going on in the meeting. It's almost a bring your own AI type of a concept. Most of what we do in our day-to-day is going to change significantly.
Hear the latest AV trends and predictions in this episode of Crestron's Smarter Spaces podcast on your preferred podcast platform.
All right, Jennifer, next 6 months, because I've seriously, I've said this before, if I've learned one thing through COVID, you stop asking 5 years.
Yeah.
Because none of any of us know.
We should go back 5 years ago and see what people said.
No, I should go back 5 years and tell myself what's going to happen.
Right.
Okay, you used to be me. You've done all this before. What happens next?
I don't remember. How can you forget this? Hey, hang on, it's not my fault. You're obviously not paying enough attention.
Higher education and end users flock to InfoComm 2024, how they are impacting the show and what they're pulling away from it. All that and more next on AV Week. This is AV Week, episode 670, recorded Friday, June 14th, 2024. InfoComm 2024, part 2. This is AV Week, your weekly wrap-up of audiovisual news and information. My name is Tim Albright. I am your host. This is part 2 of us from InfoComm 2024. We are doing it from Vegas, the 12th through the 14th of June. We've all hung out here at InfoComm, and we're going to have a cavalcade of really important special celebrities in AV, even though Erica Carroll doesn't like that title, but that's our first guest. Erica Carroll from CharBett, how are you?
I'm doing well, Tim. Thank you so much.
She's also one of the hosts of our Women in AV podcast, and Jen Weaver is our host from a brand new career podcast.
Yes, AV Career Mastermind, so excited. Yeah, thank you.
So this is what we're asking folks, right? Based on your experience, based on your interaction and your networking this week, Erica, what's a theme for you for coming out of InfoComm this year?
Yeah, so there's two main themes that I've seen so far. The first is esports, and not just the esports pavilion that AVIXA has provided, which actually has been really awesome for people to see and experience what that could look like. But for other manufacturers doing furniture, doing AV over IP, a lot of people are showcasing the esports application. The second topic I would say is AI, and I've seen AI pop up, not just, not the language model through ChatGPT, but everybody gets stuck on that one. So, tracking, camera tracking, and I saw a digital signage provider as well that had AI built into their CMS. So literally you could, give it a topic and it'll help you generate content to display on campus.
All right, very cool. Jen?
So one thing I think is maybe not so much a theme, but it's the vertical specific. So the higher education group that's here, they're coming out, they're learning, they're seeing what's going on. With HETMA being here, I think it's amazing. And they're just taking over that end user position stronger than what we've seen in years past. So that's kind of where, and especially when it comes down to the esports, that's an area I think I'm excited to see that grow, and I know it's growing every year, but I'm excited for that one.
Well, HETMA, Higher Education Technology Managers Group, I'm actually going to disagree with you a little bit. I would say that is a theme. The reason for that is AVIXA, I know for the last 3 years, right? Because obviously 2020 there was a virtual InfoComm, and then 21, 22, 23. So I guess that's 4 years. They've broken out the percentages of attendees, right? So many manufacturers, so many integrators, consultants, stuff like that. And they broke it out by end users, right? Of which higher education would be a part of that. 33%, 30%, somewhere in there. I'm curious, if that's going to grow year over year and empower those folks, empowering those users of AV in coming to shows like this so they can get education and their hands on this technology firsthand.
Well, I would love to see that, because I think what's happening is with HETMA being that first vertical that came out, to be able to be here and showcase it, they're learning, right? They know their campuses and they know their products and they know their customer that's going on there. So I would love to see the hospitality market come out or the medical market come out, because those tech managers there have a customer, not necessarily our customer, but they have a customer. So they know what their needs are, not what their wants are. So they know what's going to work on their facilities, depending on what their bosses and things need and the CEO wants. So I hope to see more people come out, because I think it will make our job in the AV industry a little bit easier to help them and talk to them about what their needs are, not what we think they should have and what their wants should be.
Erica, you mentioned AI. Last episode, Chris Netta was on, and he was talking about AI, the real AI, not the marketing speak of AI.
Yeah.
How do we differentiate that, and how do we parse that? Because there's a lot of quote unquote AI on the show floor between the West and the Central Hall. How do we parse through and kind of cut through what's marketing and what's really somebody using AI?
So that's a great question, because you're going to end up with a lot of manufacturers coming up with their proprietary word for AI, because AI is such a generalized thing. And I think a while back we talked about machine learning and all of that, but nobody really grasped that until you said, "Oh, it's AI," and they go, "Oh, okay, yeah, it fits into this bubble." How do we differentiate the difference? I don't know that we can immediately. I think it involves more investigation into what they are actually accomplishing. But honestly, it's trained computers doing different tasks. I don't know. Do you?
No, I don't. My minimal use with AI, right? I try to do the little marketing aspect of AI. I don't understand it. Like, I'm not putting in the right words. When I try to get something, I'm getting some random, little generated image.
Right.
But I think it's still evolving, because it's still very new, even though it's kind of been around a little bit. More people are picking it up, but it's still evolving. And what are you wanting to do with it, right? Do you want it to do, like you said, the marketing AI, or do we want to do AI that's going to help tech, that's going to help service calls? What is it? There's just way too much, and what I hope to see is it change to more of a segmented, this is AI for your visual pretty and chat GPT kind of thing, and this is your AI for helping with tech service and scheduling and that aspect of it.
Yeah, I agree. I would love to see that, because some of it is AI being, like you mentioned, text generation, that learning language model. Then there's data synthesizing, right?
That's a big word.
Summarization, right?
There we go.
Yes.
Like, it just is able to parse through data and spit out something easy for us to all understand. Then it could even be something like filters or censoring, or there's so many different things that computers can do and look for, that they just have to be taught to look for those things. Yeah.
All right, Jennifer. Next 6 months, because seriously, I've said this before. If I've learned one thing through COVID, you stop asking 5 years.
Yeah.
Because don't know if any of us know.
We should go back 5 years ago and see what people said.
No, I should go back 5 years and tell myself what's going to happen.
Right.
What does the industry look like? What's headed our way in the next 6 months?
I think it's going to involve, like we talked about, more end user, right? More people understanding what they want, what they need. As far as the technology is concerned, I couldn't even say that, because technology changes every day, right? Just as soon as you learn something today, it's changing and you need to learn something new, which is why I love being in this industry. But what I hope to see is more people understanding what they can do, more companies like HETMA out there showcasing the technology of what they're doing, more people getting their CTS that you wouldn't think. Let's get people, within other verticals getting their CTS if they are a tech manager or understanding the tech. So that's what I hope to see in the next minutes. Not so much on the technology aspect of it, but more around the whole industry itself growing to be more cohesive with our verticals.
Erica?
I think it still comes down to user experience. Everything that's in the UCC pavilion, all the technology that's out there is ultimately, we're not just selling to the tech managers and facilities managers who are managing those rooms, but really making them rock stars by letting their users have an amazing experience in the space as well. And I think that's something that we should all strive for anyway, because they can't just put something in and expect everybody to use it the way we've done it in the past. Now they're really interacting with the technology that we're providing.
Very good. Jen Weaver, how do people connect with you?
I'm on LinkedIn, Jennifer Weaver. You can find me on, I still call it Twitter, at jweaver319. So you can, message me both places, and I'll get back to you.
All right. Erica?
You can find me at the Erica Carroll in all of the socials. You can find me at the Women of AV podcast on AVNation, and you can find me at CharBett.com.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, wrapping up our week in Vegas here is two members of HETMA. Erin Maher-Moran, how are you, ma'am?
Hello.
Johns Hopkins, also host of our EdTech podcast. And Mike Pedersen from my neck of the woods from Iowa. How are you, sir?
Good. Glad to be here.
Good, thank you both so much. Erin, I mean, the folks that are listening are probably tired of hearing me ask this, but I want to get everybody's perspective.
Yeah.
What's a theme? What's a concept or something that you're pulling out of this week?
Immersive experience.
Okay.
That is, I think, a lot of what I'm seeing, and I feel like it has a big place in higher ed. So, that's a lot of things that I'm looking for.
Why does an immersive experience have a place in higher ed?
So, immersive experience is help people really absorb the surroundings. So, making a learning experience that they're right in, the students will take so much more away from it than just being talked to.
Okay. All right. Mike, same question.
Yeah, I think one of the themes I'm seeing is just AI, right? More advanced automation, but specifically auto tracking. Everyone seems to have an auto tracking something at this point here of the show. Even people that you wouldn't expect to be camera type people seem to be having that type of technology here. So
something that came up during one of the conversations was the prevalence of not just HETMA, which you guys obviously have a booth, you have a large presence. If you're not watching, Erin has a giant headpiece on her head.
It's a little distracting, is that?
Slightly, yes. But it's the increasing percentage of technology managers and IT directors and folks who use AV, support AV. Is that a trend that we're going to see continue in not just InfoComm, but places like EDUCAUSE or ISE or Enterprise Connect? Are the end users coming out to shows to see technology for the first hand?
Yeah, I think that it's important for end users to know more than they can. It allows them to kind of decide for themselves what they want and what they need, as opposed to just being told by an integrator or somebody that, this will fit what you need, or this is a solution for you. But it's nice to be able to do some of that investigative work ourselves and determine really what's going to be best instead of just being told.
There's the old adage is trust but verify. And so we trust our integrators, but we also want to make sure that we're doing our due diligence and we're looking at things for ourselves and making sure that we're not missing anything that could be a game changer for us at our institutions.
Okay.
So.
Very good. Erin, from an industry standpoint, take a look at the next 6 months, because there's some rumblings, right? There's some upheaval that not necessarily at InfoComm, but surrounding InfoComm. There's mergers and acquisitions happening, right? There's a lot of free agents, as Chris Netto put it, here at InfoComm. What do you think the next 6 months looks like for the industry?
Yeah, I definitely feel like there's an opportunity for some changes in relationships, improving potentially the way that people are interacting, and I think this is a good opportunity for us to kind of just come together and firm things up and be a better community to each other, essentially.
Mike?
I think this whole, as I mentioned earlier, this whole AI thing, it's going to have to mature, and it's going to have to mature quickly, right? And we're going to, in the next 6 months, you're going to begin to see what's real and functional, going to take the lead, and things that are really smoke and mirrors, you're going to see them start to disappear, and we're going to see that shakeout, coming, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Erin Maher-Moran, not only is she a host of our podcast and fantastic programmer at Johns Hopkins, she's also an award-winning technology manager. So thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
How do people connect with you?
Yes, you can find me on the HETMA community, on the social media platform formerly known as Twitter at Smirin_off_ice, or you can catch me monthly on the EdTech podcast.
All right, Mr. Pedersen?
Yep, you can find me on Twitter/X at PED1971, PED1971, or find me on LinkedIn.
All right, very good. For me, for Tim Albright, do not follow me anywhere. I'm not very interesting. But go by the website if you would, please, AVNation.tv. That's AVNation.tv. You'll find this program and a host of others, including EdTech, including Erica Carroll and Jennifer Goodyear's Women in AV, and including Jennifer Weaver's brand new podcast about careers in AV. Also, you'll find all the videos from the show floor of InfoComm 2024. All that and more at AVNation.tv. That's AVNation.tv. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. That is all the time we have for AV Week.
The network for the AV industry.
What are you listening to?
This
is AV.
This
is AVNation.
This is AVNation.
Hello, this is Steve Greenblatt, host of AVNation's A State of Control podcast. Each month, Rich Fregosa and I explore trending topics related to control programming and automation in the audiovisual industry. We speak with a variety of AV professionals who share their perspectives, knowledge, and experiences. Please join us for this monthly conversation. Check out A State of Control on avnation.tv or wherever you get your podcasts.
Good deal.
Thank you both.